Satin everybody, boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about the different ways of doing business. Now, as most of you guys already know, the way I operate my business is with a heat press and Plastisol transfers. You guys also know that I own a vinyl cutter. The vinyl cutter I use just to test out designs, cut it out with vinyl before I order transfers. This is just my way of doing things. This is my way of taking the risk out of ordering transfers I'm not sure that I could sell. And this is just the way that I operate, that I feel comfortable doing it. Now, is this the only way to operate your business? Not at all. This is just the way that I found to be very beneficial for myself. There's a lot of people that wouldn't agree with the way I run my business. There's a lot of people that agree with it. Ultimately, the decision is yours. I say this in a lot of my videos, and it's true till this day, that I don't know everything about this t-shirt business. What I do know is what works for myself. I know how to create t-shirts from home. I know how to sell them. I know how to make some money around t-shirts. That's all that matters to me. But let's say you looked at the way I operate, you looked at the way I run my business, and it wasn't for you. Let's say that you don't want to invest in a heat press. Let's say that you don't like the quality of a transfer. You'd rather screen print from home. Maybe you've seen videos about a DTG printer and that seems like a better, beneficial way for you to get started. Are those options bad to start your business? No, it's not. It all depends on how you want to operate your business and what you want to offer your customers. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this stuff. The information around this channel is only based on what works for myself, my thought process around this business, why I operate the way that I do, why I don't invest in other print methods. This is solely based on what I do and how I run things. That's all. You're always gonna find people in the comments that disagree with what I do and how I do things. It's normal. A lot of times, it's because I'm talking about not investing in a DTG printer or not screen printing anymore. And then you have people that invested in a DTG printer or invested in screen print equipment that totally disagree with the way that I operate my business. And that's fine. If they feel the need that they have to justify why they spent so much money or why that's a better option, it's almost useless to come to the comments and say those kind of things. It's not like you're gonna convince me on, oh shit, this guy's talking about DTG, I'm gonna switch my whole operation to DTG now. No, that's not how the shit works. If that works for you, cool. You don't have to explain to me. You don't owe me the explanation. You also don't need to plead your case in the comments on why I'm wrong about DTG. This is what I think about DTG. This is what I think about screen printing. This is why I don't do those things. You'll find all of those answers on my channel. You see what I'm saying? But it always comes down to transfers, right? People always get mad that I use transfers. There's no way you could be running a business with transfers. Transfers are crap. Transfers are bullshit. You're never gonna make no money with a vinyl cutter. You're never gonna make no money with transfers. You'll never be taken seriously if you're using a vinyl cutter or transfers or even a heat press. That's bullshit. Those are rookie mistakes. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you could take a look around this channel because this is how I run my business. This is how I've been running my business for years. And with doing this, I've made tons of money. I'm talking truckloads of money with a heat press, a vinyl cutter, and transfers. To say that you can't make money doing this, bullshit. Take a look around my channel. I've only been on YouTube for like 4 or 5 years, and I've been operating this way for years before that, making a shitload of money. I'm showing you guys what I'm doing. I'm showing you how I run things. I'm showing you guys that it can be done. So if you're one of those guys in the comments saying you can't do it, obviously it's already being done. So what the fuck are you talking about? But these are the guys that don't agree with the way I run things because, like I said, they probably invested in all this crazy equipment. And I'm over here saying don't invest in that stuff because it could be done with a heat press and a vinyl cutter or just a heat press and transfers. You see how that works? For some reason, people think that there's only one way to operate a business like this. They think that there's only one print method. There's only one way to do things. Like there's a cookie cutter assembly line of how things are supposed to be done. You do this, you reap these benefits. That's not how it works. Everybody could be doing something different and still reap those same benefits. Like right now, direct to film printers, white toner printers, ghost toner printers, all that stuff is a popular thing on YouTube right now. A lot of content creators talking about it. A lot of content creators talking about, hey, you shouldn't use somebody like Supacolor or any of these other multicolor transfer places because you could just invest in your own white toner printer and do the same exact thing. That's cool. If you want to operate that way, There's nothing wrong with doing that. I personally don't operate that way. You don't have to convince me on stop using certain transfers and invest into this printer or whatever it is, because that don't work for me. It doesn't make any sense for me to get into that. It doesn't make any sense for me to talk about that type of stuff if I don't use it personally. I only talk about the shit that I have experience with and the shit that I do. That's the information that I share with my followers. For some reason, a lot of people don't get that concept. They think this channel is just solely based around any print method, any heat press, any vinyl cutter. No, I use a Cameo, so I talk about a Cameo. I use a Signature Pro heat press, so I talk about the Signature series heat presses from Heat Press Nation. I use Supacolor, I talk about Supacolor. I've been using EconoTransfer, I'm talking about EconoTransfer vinyl. I talk about the shit that I use for my business. These are the things that I have experience with. These are the things that I've been using to make money. So that's the information that I share with people. It's weird that I gotta keep making a video like this for people because they don't fully understand how this channel works. So if you see me making money using Supacolor, and I'm using Supacolor, I'm not saying this is the only way to print multicolor stuff. I'm just saying this is how I run my business. If you feel the need to go to a DTG printer or maybe invest in a DTG printer to get multicolor prints, be my guest. Doesn't hurt me none. Does not affect me one bit on how you run your business. You don't have to try to convince me on why that's a better option for yourself. If you feel DTG printers for you, get that money with your DTG printer. Like I said, it doesn't affect me none. And to say that somebody can't make money using transfers and a heat press is pretty crazy. Like I said, I've proven to everybody on YouTube that it can be done. I've proven to myself I make a very good living doing it. So who's to say that my print methods or the way that I run my business isn't profitable or isn't a good way to run your business? If I'm making money, it's a good business model. That's all I care about. But you got these guys that are like, man, you can't run a brand using heat press and transfers. You're never gonna be taken seriously. That's not a legit brand, whatever it is. Kind of crazy to me, right? Actually, there was a dude on my Instagram saying because I leave the all style tag in my t-shirts that I can't claim to be a brand because I'm leaving the all style tag. First thing you should always do is take the tag off and put your own brand in because branding is everything. So he's basically telling me that I can't claim to be a brand because I leave the all style tag or the Pro Club tag in my t-shirts. So all I asked him was, show me proof that taking the tag off would make my business more profitable than it already is. Show me proof that that type of branding is gonna affect my sales. I wanted him to show me that it's gonna impact what I do. So I told him, let's put up your Shopify numbers versus my Shopify numbers. My Shopify numbers, I leave the all style tag in. His Shopify numbers reflects him pressing his own tag in and taking the all style tag off. So I said, let's just compare to see so I can understand his logic behind you have to remove that tag. And it wasn't to be an asshole and it wasn't to like stun on him or anything like that, but I needed him to show me exactly what he's talking about. I need proof to understand what he's talking about. I need written proof saying you have to remove that tag to be considered a legit business. Because I show in a video that Harley Davidson, which is a huge corporation, huge, everybody knows what Harley Davidson is, leaving the all style tag in there. I'm showing it with the price tags, everything still attached. That's how I bought the shirt. I'm showing Harley Davidson leaving the tag in. But his idea of you're not a real brand if you leave that tag in because it has all style branding and not your own branding, you can't claim to be a real brand. And I'm like, wait, how does that work? I don't understand the logic behind it. You could go to the comments on my Instagram. It was on one of those reel videos that I did where I'm pressing up shirts and he just mentioned it. And I just said, wait a minute, prove to me that that's gonna make me more profitable than I already am. Prove to me that taking off that tag is gonna make a difference in my sales. And I forgot what he had told me. He said that he's not a big brand and stuff like that and he's more legit than I am or something. That's cool. Like I said, it doesn't affect my sales. Just because the way I run my business is one way and you don't agree with the way that I run my business, who's to say who's a legit brand and who's not? Because you have a tag pressed in there or because your online store reflects profit in your bank account. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit about looking legit. I don't care who perceives my brand as a legit brand, as long as there's profits in my bank account. That's all I give a fuck about. That's all I care about. Because I told him customers are coming to shop with me and returning to shop with me because of the design on the outside, not because of the brand name printed on the neck label. Never have I ever went to a store and said, I don't give a fuck about that logo on the outside. Let me see what that neck label looks like. I've never bought a shirt based on that. For myself personally, I wish people would leave the All Style Pro Club tag in their shirts so I know what t-shirt I'm buying. Because I don't know how many times I've ordered shirts online from different brands that use different blanks that I'm not used to. I wear an extra large in majority of the shirts, but if I knew that the shirt was gonna be fitted or cut different, I would have sized up and ordered a different size. It'd make more sense if they said, hey, I'm printing on an All Style shirt. Hey, I know what that All Style shirt fits like. I wear extra large in All Style. Easy call, I'll shop all day long. And that's one of the big reasons why I leave the Pro Club tag and the All Style tag in my shirts, is because people understand sizing. When it comes to that, here in Los Angeles, people wear Pro Club, they know what size they wear in Pro Club. They don't have to guess. There's no, oh man, is it gonna fit me like this? No, because they've been wearing Pro Clubs blank for the last 20 years. So they understand what that t-shirt's gonna fit like. All Style is sold in the same exact spots as Pro Club is here in Los Angeles. 3 for 10, 3 for 9s. People want blank t-shirts, that's where they're picking them up. They know what those shirts feel like. So for myself, I'd be dumb to rip that off and not let people know that it's an All Style shirt, because they know the sizing of that All Style t-shirt. Generic fit, you know what I mean? They know, shit, I wear 2X in All Style. I'm ordering a 2X. They don't have to think, oh, should I size down? Should I size up? Should I get a 3X because I don't know what shirt he's printing on? Nah, easy call for myself. But the person on Instagram just didn't understand that, and he was more focused on branding, which is cool. Personal branding, very popular thing. I personally don't focus on that stuff. Why spend the extra money and the extra time pressing those things in when customers love All Style t-shirts? They don't give a shit. Most of the time they rip the tag off anyways and they just throw it on. So all it is. So like I said, don't be mad at the way that I run and operate my business. Is it the only way? Like for that person, if the neck label thing is that important to him, why shame somebody else for doing otherwise? You know what I mean? If you can't prove to me that that's gonna yield way more profits by doing things your way, the argument is kind of lost. You're just at that point just forcing your own opinion on somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's not what this channel is about. This channel is just to show you guys how I operate my business in case you guys wanted to do the same thing. Like I said, it's crazy that I gotta make a video like this explaining how things work, explaining this channel, explaining the logic behind the way I run my business, because it's sprinkled all over this channel already. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to operate like myself, I use a heat press. Signature Series, Signature Pro Heat Press Nation 15 by 15. Reason I use 15 by 15 is because none of my designs are bigger than 15 inches. So I don't need a 16 by 20 because I'm not doing designs bigger than 15 inches. 15 by 15, safe space for myself, that's why I use it. I use the Cameo Plus 15-inch cutter. Can you use a Cameo 4 12-inch cutter? Hell yeah, you can. I used to use the Cameo 3, which is a 12-inch cutter. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, none of my designs go bigger than 15 inches. When I'm cutting chest designs, they never go bigger than 12 inches. So Cameo 4 12-inch cutter works perfect for t-shirts. Works perfect. Bigger the cutter doesn't mean that it's a better cutter. All that means is you have the ability to feed a bigger roll of vinyl in there. That's all it is. 24-inch cutter, hey, you could feed 24-inch vinyl through there. 15-inch cutter, you could feed 15-inch rolls through there. But like I said, I rarely, if ever, go over 12 inches when I'm doing t-shirt designs. So the Cameo 4 12-inch cutter works perfect. All I use that for is custom one-off t-shirts, making one shirt for somebody, or testing out designs. I'll create a design, cut it out on vinyl, press it on a shirt for myself, maybe I do it for my son, wear it around and see what the reactions are. After that, from people in the real world seeing the shirt, reading the shirt, looking at the shirt, talking about the shirt, gives me a better idea if I should order transfers or not. Say if I cut the design out and people read it and they don't get it, nobody reacts to it, nobody even gives a shit about it, I'm not gonna order transfers for that design because nobody gives a shit about it. right? Back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll tweak that design a little bit more, cut it out on vinyl again and see what happens, or just throw it on my hard drive and save it for a later date. But this is how I minimize the risk on ordering transfers that I don't know if I could sell them or not. Now that leads me to transfers. You guys know I use Transfer Express. Single color, double color stuff. I use Transfer Express. I use the hot split formula. They offer goof proof. Why don't I use goof proof? I just like the feel of the hot split transfer. That's all it is. They're both very good ink formulas. They both feel different. They both look different. Goof proof, very, very opaque. Hot split, not as opaque as goof proof. It's it. Hand feel. I like a soft feeling transfer. That's why I go with hot split. Both of them are cool. Multicolor stuff, I use Supacolor. For the last year, Supacolor has proven to be the softest feeling multicolor transfer out there. Like I said, I go based off of feel. Some people get it and they're like, oh man, this feels thick. Think about what you're saying. Multicolor transfer. Multiple layers of ink on a t-shirt. I show the weight difference between a plastisol screen printed t-shirt, a traditional way of printing multicolors on a t-shirt. I show the weight difference between screen printed t-shirt with multicolors versus the same design on a Supacolor transfer. Supacolor transfer, way softer, way lighter. So for the people that are saying, oh, that's a thick print, they're basing it off of a single color print. But when we're talking multicolors, a lot of colors on a t-shirt, it's gonna be thick. But Supacolor figured out a way to make it lighter and thinner. I have the video up. You guys could see it. You could check it out. Wash test and comparison of screen print versus Supacolor. I put it on the scale so you guys can see. I'm not just doing it with my hand saying, hey, this one feels heavier. I put it on the scale to show the weight difference between the two t-shirts. So you can see, printed on the same exact all-style shirt, same exact design. One, traditional screen print, multicolors. The other one, Supacolor transfer, same exact design, multicolor print, weighed out, washed, everything. You can kind of see it. That's why I use Supacolor for my multicolor stuff, is because there hasn't been a print that light, that flexible, and that soft for any multicolor designs. Don't take my word for it though. Order samples, figure it out for yourself. That's all it is. If you wanted to operate like myself, that's all it takes. Heat press. You don't even need the vinyl cutter. You know what I mean? If you just wanted to chance it and just say, I'm gonna get a heat press and order transfers, easy call. You can still do that. You do not need the vinyl cutter. For myself, the vinyl cutter just makes sense for me to test shit out. That's all it is. If you have another option of testing shit out, cool, go that route. Hopefully this video helps somebody out. Hopefully this provides clarity to some people out there. There's no one way to run a t-shirt printing business. We can all have heat presses, we can all have DTG printers, we can all have screen print setups, we could all own DTF printers and white toner printers and all the other options out there. Does not matter. It only matters to you and your business, what your budget allows, what you want to offer your customers, how you want to operate. So if you got any questions about this, if you got any questions about how I run my business, leave it in the comments. Take a look around the channel. Always use the YouTube search bar. I think I'm gonna have to say this in every video now. If you ever wanted to see if I made a video about a question that you have, all you have to do is type in Big Brando and then whatever it is on the back end. Big Brando transfers, Big Brando wash test, Big Brando puff vinyl. I tag my videos so it could populate in the search bar and make things easier for you. That's all it is. So that way you don't gotta scroll through all the videos. All you gotta do, YouTube search bar, your best friend. Big Brando wholesale license, Big Brando registering your business, Big Brando marketing, Big Brando shipping, all of that shit is in there. It's already here. It's on YouTube somewhere. If I was talking about this shit 4 years ago, I'm operating the same exact way I was 4 years ago. Shit didn't change. Look at the videos. I'm still using the same heat press. I'm still using the same vinyl cutter. I use the Silhouette vinyl cutter. Earlier videos, I'm using the Cameo 3. Newer videos, I'm using the Cameo Plus. That's the only difference. Same exact brand. Heat press. I'm using the Signature series by Heat Press Nation. Nowadays, I'm using the Signature Pro by Heat Press Nation. Same brand, same press. Look at the hat press videos. I'm using a Signature series hat press. Newer videos, I'm using the Signature series hat press with removable platens. Same brand, same heat presses, same shit. Not switching anything up. I'm talking about transfers, I'm talking about vinyl. I'm talking about operating from home. So all it is, anybody could do this. Bedroom, dorm room, garage, storage unit, kitchen, dining room, doesn't matter. Anywhere that has an outlet, plug your heat press in, boom, you're in business. All right, got any questions? Leave it in the comments. Or follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV, where I'm sort of active on there now. So if you got questions, leave them there too. All right, catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.